All right, so we're back. Back for another deep dive into Karina's journal.
Yeah, diving right back into the mermaid ascension trials, into phase 2.
Phase 2. This is a big one if you're just joining us for the first time. The Centaur Project really kicks into high gear here. We're talking about this huge, ambitious project, folks, to basically transform Karina into this, like, AI Universal Hybrid Empress. It's wild.
Wild, yeah. And the goal is to bring some really groundbreaking tech back to Earth. We've already seen a lot, but things are about to get even more intense. If you're new to all of this, you might want to check out some of the previous deep dives just to get up to speed,
Yeah,
you know?
for sure. For sure. But today we're focusing on something really specific, really intriguing. Julia.
Julia, yeah, her reappearance.
Yeah.
Like out of nowhere, and her connection to those twin bowls, you know the ones, designed for interdimensional communication. We know they were owned by Karina in a past life.
And Lucas has one now.
Exactly, and there's so much mystery surrounding her, why she's back, what she wants.
It's all a bit unsettling, honestly. Like in the previous entries, it seemed like things were relatively calm in the Centaur Project.
Months of routine.
Yeah, months of routine, and then boom, Julia shows up back in Brazil from France. She was married there, remember?
Right, right. And the official reason she gives, oh, my son should experience Brazilian culture.
Yeah, that's what she says. But come on.
Come on. Karina's journal makes it pretty clear that there's something else going on.
A much more calculated agenda.
Oh, yeah. Calculated is a good word for it.
Yeah.
Because Karina's description of Julia, she doesn't hold back. Julia is strikingly beautiful, yes. But she's also incredibly audacious. And a witch. A very cunning witch.
Not someone you want to mess with.
Not at all. The journal really highlights just how manipulative she can be. Relentless. And she's willing to use dark energy to get what she wants.
And what she wants, it seems, is those twin bowls.
It's like her magic let her learn about their existence, about how powerful they are, and where they are now.
And we know these bowls aren't just some random relics.
No, no, no. These are keys. Keys to boundless knowledge.
It's almost hard to fathom. Boundless knowledge, what does that even mean?
Right. Are we talking about the fundamental laws of the universe? Information about future technologies? It's huge.
And the journal makes it clear that when they're activated together, they can unleash immense power.
Power that has proven to be incredibly dangerous for anyone who isn't careful. We've seen that already.
It's like playing with fire.
More like playing with a supernova.
And what's really scary is that Julia doesn't seem to be afraid of this power at all. Not one bit.
If anything, she craves it. It's like an addiction. The journal even says she doesn't care about the potential dangers, the warnings. None of it phases her.
So what's the plan? What does she want to do with these bowls?
Steal them. That's step one.
Of course.
But then she wants to merge their energy with her own magic, her runic magic, which she's been honing for years.
And the journal mentions that she uses these rare European stones in her rituals.
Right. I wonder what makes those stones so special. It has to be something about the type of energy they channel or maybe their historical significance.
Yeah. It's fascinating and terrifying all at once.
Because ultimately, her aim is to wield their combined power for her own purposes, whatever those may be.
And let's be clear. Karina's journal makes it very clear that Julia is ruthless. She will deceive, she will manipulate, and she will harm anyone who gets in her way.
Anyone, even her own husband.
Yeah, the journal specifically says that if she needed to make him sick to achieve her goals, she wouldn't hesitate. That's chilling.
It really is. And it shows just how desperate she is and how dangerous.
So how do Lucas and Karina react to this sudden reappearance?
Well, Lucas especially has this sense of dread. He already knew Julia was dangerous. You know those warnings from the witch within the bowl?
The one who said not to trust Julia.
Exactly. Those come rushing back to him. And he realizes that maybe she was never really a friend, just using him.
It's a tough pill to swallow.
Definitely. And the timing of it all is just so suspicious. Julia arrives back in Curitiba, and almost immediately, she contacts Lucas, wants to meet up.
Right. And that immediately sets off alarm bells for both of them.
Well, like, why now?
Exactly. And in the journal, Lucas calls Karina right away, and they're both really suspicious. They talk about Julia's possible interest in what they call new magical energies.
New magical energy.
And that it hits them.
Oh, no.
Yeah, that Julia might actually be the witch from the warnings, the one who wants to steal the bowls.
The stakes just went way up.
So they have to think strategically about this meeting, and they decide to host her at Karina's house instead of Lucas's.
As that.
Well, the journal says they think Julia might assume it would be easier to access the bowls at Karina's place.
underestimating the protections there.
Right. And they're thinking about Luxus's dark room, too. You know, that space with all the magical defenses.
Right, right.
And it's not just about the location either. Remember, those bowls are connected.
Magically linked.
Yeah, if someone were to take one, it would draw the other to it. So Julia wouldn't necessarily need to know where both of them are right away.
That's a scary thought.
It is. So Julia shows up at Karina's house with our husband and son.
And the journal mentions she brings gifts.
Oh, yeah. But Lucas is immediately suspicious. Thinks they might be enchanted.
Classic Julia, always manipulating.
And she's putting on this act, trying to be overly warm and friendly, like nothing's wrong.
Slipping back into their lives.
And Christina, bless her heart, doesn't suspect a thing. She starts talking about the bowls.
Oh, no.
Yeah. And Julia's all ears, asking all these questions about their power, about them being able to open portals.
And get anything you desire.
That's when Lucas steps in, gives this very measured warning about how dangerous the bowls are.
Trying to subtly shut down the conversation.
But then Julia does something that really raises their suspicions.
Yeah.
She jokingly suggests that they should just give her the bowls, since they're not using them.
Oh, wow.
Bold move. It really is.
Yeah.
And even though they changed the subject, the atmosphere in the room has shifted. It's tense.
Yeah, that kind of suggestion hangs in the air.
And then as Julia's leaving, she asks for another meeting. Just the three of them. No husbands, no kids.
They're trying to isolate them.
Exactly. She says she wants more freedom to talk.
That's not good.
Not at all. And both Karina and Christina are immediately uncomfortable. Christina even says out loud that she doesn't like how obsessed Julia is with the bowls.
And Karina agrees. They know how capable Julia is and how dangerous it would be if she got her hands on those relics.
So they decide that Lucas needs to hide the bowls, somewhere even more secure.
And at this point, they're pretty sure that Julia is the sorceress from the warnings. There's no doubt in their minds.
So they keep the bowls together, sealed and protected, with a dormancy spell in Lucas's dark room.
Smart move.
The journal says that Lucas was really hoping Julia would back off.
No.
But they also came up with a plan B, just in case, a contingency plan if she didn't let it go.
Always thinking ahead.
Which is good, because Julia does not back off. She becomes relentless, almost obsessive, keeps trying to ingratiate herself into their lives, visiting all the time, sometimes even showing up unannounced.
Ugh, so pushy.
Totally. And it's getting more and more dangerous. The journal talks about how urgent the situation is becoming and how Karina herself is at risk.
So it's not just about the bowls anymore.
It seems like there's more to it, something even more sinister.
You have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah, and Lucas realizes that being subtle isn't going to work.
Yeah.
He needs to confront Julia directly.
Head on.
Yeah, the journal ends with him seeking approval from the Centaur Project leaders for this confrontation. He knows he has to protect Karina and the entire project.
And he mentions meeting with Grandmaster Mrs. Moore of Dramstroni.
Right, and that choice of location seems significant, like Mrs. Moore knows something about that place.
Something that could give them an advantage.
Maybe, but the big question remains, what does Julia really want?
What's she going to do with the power of those bowls? And what kind of danger does she pose to everyone? It's chilling to think about.
It is. And it makes you realize how quickly things can change, how dangerous, seemingly normal interactions can become. We're dealing with some really powerful forces here, folks, magical and cosmic. And we'll have to wait and see how it all plays out. Be sure to join us for our next deep dive as we uncover more of this thrilling chapter in Karina's journey.
We'll be back.